Hello everyone, I haven't made a genetics video in a while because I've been sick. But I'm on the mend now, but if my voice sounds slightly different, there's a reason. So I apologize if I stutter or mumble my words because of my plugged nose. We've made a lot of progress so far in our journey to study cat genetics. We've learned about dominant and recessive traits, how traits are passed on, the colors that cats can be, how cats can be white or have white markings, how cats can be torty or tabby or color pointed. And if you have not learned any of these yet, I highly recommend you stop this video right now and watch the previous videos before continuing, because you'll be super confused if you don't. But for those who have seen it, and for those who are returning from watching the other videos, we will be looking into a unique gene that has probably created, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful cats in the world. It's called the silver gene. So what exactly is the silver gene? The silver gene restricts the color of the fur tip while the shaft of the hair is either white or ivory. The tipping color is known as the top color, while the pale color of the hair shaft is known as the undercolor. The silver gene can occur in any color, most strikingly in the black colors and its mutation and dilutions, and it can also be present in tabby, torty, and sometimes color point patterns. The silver gene is variable and can be put into 4 categories: chinchilla or tipped, shaded or pewter, smoke, and tabby. Chinchillas are the lightest degree of tipping. It can give cats a sparkling appearance. Chinchillas are genetically tabbies, so fake tabby marks can sometimes be seen in kittens. It has been noted that chinchillas should have a pink nose. Some people call short-haired chinchillas just tipped. Shaded is the next degree where the color extends further on the hair, usually about halfway down the hair shaft. The color is darkest on the back, which can create a mantle-to look. Shaded silvers lie in between the silver tabby and chinchilla, which can result by mating a silver tabby to a chinchilla. They also should have pink noses as well. Smoke is the heaviest degree of tipping. Smokes are genetically solid cats, not tabby. The undercoat is just a small band near the root of the hair. Smoke long hairs often appear to be a solid color with a pale ruff or frill around their necks. In short hairs, smoke appears solid until the fur is parted or the cat is in motion. Their noses can be colored. Silver tabbies are genetically identical to chinchilla or shaded cats, but the pattern is diffused because pigment is restricted to the tips of the hairs. Silver tabbies can be ticked, classic, back-roll, or spotted. The silver gene is a dominant gene, which means that at least one parent has to have the silver gene in order for offspring to have the silver gene. So let's do some hypothetical breeding and variations. First, it's easier to determine what variation of silver kitten would be if we took a look at its parents. If both parents are solids, then the kitten would be a smoke. But if one or both parents carry the agouti gene, then they can be either chinchilla, shaded, or a silver tabby. It is hard to determine what variation exactly a kitten will have if it has the silver gene and the agouti gene, but let's keep it easy. What would happen if a red tabby tom mated with a black silver tabby queen? Let's assume the black silver tabby is heterozygous silver and both are homozygous tabbies, and neither of them carry dilutions. Well, we would know that all the kittens would be tabbies. We would know that all the females would be black torties and all the males would be black. But silver is not determined by genders like most colors in cats. There would be a 50% chance that the offspring would be silver, while the other 50% would not be silver. And since the silver gene in the agouti variety is variable, any of the silver offspring could be chinchilla, shaded, or tabby. Well, that lesson seemed pretty fast. So we're done now, right? Well, not exactly. From the silver series comes a less common and newer series called the golden series. This series seems to come from selectively breeding very pale chinchillas, is rarely seen in feral cats. Another name for this golden series is called the wideband, and there isn't very much information about it. The wideband gene widens the pale bands along the hair shaft, producing a golden hair shaft. Golden tabbies have been derived from chinchilla and shaded silver cats. Some believe that because the silver inhibitor gene is dominant, that the silver cat might carry a hidden recessive form of the gene, which produces the wideband gene. This wideband gene is only found in cats that also have the agouti gene, so a golden smoke is impossible. Golden Siri cats are different from other tabbies. Their fur is much brighter, and their hairs are almost completely golden with a darker tip. Since this series is newer and studies have not yet been completed on it, it has not been recognized as an official coloring for cats, nor do we fully understand Golden Series cats in general. There is a theory that breeding a Golden Series cat is very restrictive. As we learned, the Golden Series is only shown in cats carrying agouti, and they were bred between chinchilla and shaded cats. So one parent would have to be a chinchilla silver while the other parent would have to be a shaded silver. It probably doesn't matter what the original colors are, however black seems to be the one color that shows the clearest what the original color is, so let's assume both parents are genetically black. Since studies have not yet concluded if the Golden Series is possibly a recessive trait, it is hard to say what the likelihood of getting a golden offspring would be. While doing the research for this episode, I have not found litters of completely golden kittens. The likelihood would probably have to be a mainly silver lid with maybe 1 or 2 golden kittens just randomly sprouting in. Now we're done! And that was a surprisingly short lesson, but like I said, in the color point lesson. But this is mainly because we've really learned what we needed to learn. We know how traits are passed on, we know what colors are dominant and recessive, and the dilutions and patterns. So that's why this lesson is a lot shorter. And like I said in the color point lesson, the next lesson will be a warriors themed lesson. We'll find out if the families in all the books can exist or not. And then actually a subscriber mentioned that I should do an unusual pattern lesson since they do exist. So after the warriors themed lesson, we'll do an unusual pattern lesson. And then we'll end our series off with other genetic traits like long hair to short hair, folded ears, curly ears, eye colors, etc. We'll see you guys soon.